and welcome to the Memory Lane 80s show on Spotlight TV. I'm Hayley Palmer and we have got a really exciting show for you tonight. Oh yes, it's a Brother Beyond special. Woo! So this first song is a song that was considered their breakthrough song, and for me it's just one of those songs that makes you feel good instantly. Reached number 2 in 1988. Here is Brother Beyond with The Harder I Try. That tune. Now stick with me. After the break I will be chatting on Skype with Nathan Moore. So excited. See you after this. Welcome back to the Memory Lane 80s show on Spotlight TV. Now, we couldn't get Nathan Moore in the studio, but we did manage to get him on Skype. Here's what happened when I spoke to Nathan Moore and I got all the goss. Here it is. Nathan, it's great to see you.
Good to be with you, Hayley. Yeah, happy to be here.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. Now, we really did want to get you on the show because we play out your song a lot.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah.
Any opportunity, I mean, I love the cheesy pop songs, but it's just one of those songs, I think, that really does make you feel really good.
Yeah. Well, it was the summer of 1988, and it was such a great year. Stock Aitken and Waterman, who wrote the song, were doing so well. It was Kylie, Jason, Rick Astley. It was
Oh,
like
yes.
almost their peak, and so we were extremely lucky to be a part of it. And we ended up working with them by accident. It was a total fluke. It was actually an auction,
Oh,
a charity auction, and EMI, our record company, bid the most money. And then the prize was, okay, you can have an act, work with us, Stock Aitken and Waterman, and we'll make a record. But Pete Waterman suggested to them, how about this band Brother Beyond? We met them at our studio, and
yeah.
quite so it was total accident how it all came about.
Yeah, so let's rewind before that. How did you know, even in the first place, that you could sing? Because Nathan, I'm tone deaf. I cannot sing a note. So, did it run in your family?
Kind of, yeah. My
So I heard your dad's a singer, isn't he?
dad's a singer. If you're passing Euston Station, sometimes he's there.
Is he? Oh, I'll look out for him.
And he will go out and busk and things like that. He just loves it.
Wow.
My niece is a singer as well,
Right.
but the main influence was my older sister. She was 3 years older than me. Her name was Tida, and I joined her band, her reggae band, when I was 17 and she was 19, and it was called the Palm Tree Club, and that started everything. And if you went to school with me, you'd have never have said, "Oh, he's going to be a singer, that guy for sure." I never sang. I never did. I was a show off, but I never did any singing. It was my sister Tida that really, just influenced me. She was such an amazing performer. Sadly, she passed away
Oh,
about 6 months ago,
no.
very suddenly. So, but I have her to thank for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you guys did really make it with Brother Beyond, I mean, you must have gone on Top of the Pops and thought, wow, this is it. That's got to be the goal, right?
Oh, it's your dream.
Yeah.
Back in the day, then 31 years ago, it was like when we actually did do it. You couldn't believe how small the studio was.
Really? Because it looks like
Yeah.
massive, doesn't it? On telly.
You always thought it was massive. So when we went in, it was like, oh my God, there was only 3 small stages, and they would herd around 50 people. The audience was a maximum of 50 people, and
Right.
they would herd them in front of the camera to the next stage. So they'd move them out around like that. It was the same people. They'd move from stage to stage. So you'd be performing on your stage, and there'd be Big Country over there ready to do their song, and it was sort of revolved like that, and they'd push the people over once your song had finished.
No.
But the next day I was walking down Oxford Street when it went out, the day after our first performance of the Hard Ride Flow went out, and honestly, people were saying, "That's the guy from Brother Beyond."
Yeah, I bet.
I could tell I was famous because the show was so powerful.
Yes.
Everybody watched it. We all watched it at the same time. So
Yeah, bring back Top of the Pops. They were good days, weren't they? And how many times did you go on Top of the Pops? Is it about 6 or 7 times?
7 times I went.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 times. But you get the power of it. The next day, everybody knew who you were. Yeah, amazing.
Okay. Well, I was talking to my friend yesterday, and she said, "Oh, I used to have a Brother Beyond scarf." And I was like, "Yeah, do you remember when you went to the concerts and they had like whistles and scarves?"
Oh my God, yeah, I remember we did a show at the Hammersmith, it's the Hammersmith Odeon then.
Yeah.
And someone was selling whistles outside, and oh my God, the noise of when we went on stage on that show was just like bonkers. It was.
Yeah, and you also went on a Pebble Mill, I believe. Haven't you got a bit of a story when you went on Pebble Mill?
Well, it's a kind of similar story to Owen Paul, although Owen Paul's performance is legendary. But what happened was we were on it, and Kenny Everett, the comedian, was there as well. Now, he was just about to be interviewed, but it was our performance first. And he's sitting there with the host, and he suddenly decides to read the auto cue. He sort of plays around and goes, "Oh, and now we have this fabulous boy band," in the zany guy that he was, and he freaked everyone out. Everyone didn't know what to do. So our track came on, but we couldn't hear it. So they were playing it, and he said, "Here they are, Brother Beyond," in the way he does it.
Yeah.
And we were standing there, and nothing was happening. And this went on for about half a minute. And but what they did was they kept the shot on the drummer or the drum kit, and then 30 seconds in, the track suddenly appeared, and I jumped into action. I mean, it was no way as bad as what happened with Owen Paul.
Yeah, I checked it out on YouTube.
With about 1 million other people as well.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
It always happens to Owen.
Oh, we love Owen. We've had him on the show. He's brilliant.
Yeah, well, you know what happened in the summer? I was doing a show with him in Southend.
Yeah.
And he fell off the stage and broke his ribs. And I mean,
did he break his ribs? Oh, bless him.
Broke his ribs in hospital. He's like, can only happen to Owen. I'll tell you.
But we love his song. We love My Favourite Waste of Time.
Oh, we love.
What a tune.
He's a great guy. So.
He really is. Now this song, I just love this song anyway. It's called When Will I See You Again? Just beautiful. By Brother Beyond. Here we go.
I'll see you again. When will we share precious moments? Will I have to wait forever? Will I have to suffer and cry the whole night through? When will I see you again? When will our hearts meet together? Are we in love or just friends? Is this my beginning or is this the end? When will I see you again? 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 When will I see you, baby? Are we in love or just friends? Is this my beginning or is this the end? When will I see you again? 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 When will I see you? Sweet, sweet love. When will I see you again? Sweet, sweet love of mine. Need you tonight, when will I see you? Sweet, sweet love. When will I see you again? Want you right now, yeah. When will I see you again?
Now stay with me. After the break, we will be chatting more to Nathan Moore from Brother Beyond. See you after this. Welcome back to the Memory Lane 80s show on Spotlight TV. Here's what happened when I was still talking to Nathan Moore on Skype. We couldn't get him into the studio, but this is just as good. Still check it out. So let's talk about your other band, Worlds Apart, because I love that Everlasting Love is just a phenomenal tune. Again, a real feel-good tune, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, lots of people have sang that song, but I do like our version of it. It is,
do, yeah.
uplifting pop, and yeah, I mean, we were very lucky to discover this unusual success in France, and we had three big songs there, and then we released Everlasting Love, and that just went to.
That's the one, yeah.
Leave this stat here, but okay, Everlasting Love went to number 2. Just like The Harder I Try in the UK. But every one of our singles from the first album, the 5 first singles went to number 2.
No.
We didn't get number 1.
God.
We got a number 1 album, but every song, so Everlasting Love, Baby Come Back, Everybody, Just a Don, all went to number 2. It's like, I am heck.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
And do you speak French?
Yeah, I mean, look, people love that song here, but I mean, in France, it means a lot more
the
to
French
the French.
go mad for it, yeah. That's so good. Well, we've got some questions from some of our viewers because, like I say, we are big Brother Beyond fans on the show. Dom says, at last year's Let's Rock, Pat Sharp was stuck in traffic. You helped co-present the show, and she thought you were absolutely amazing. Would you have liked to co-presented Top of the Pops or another show?
Yeah, I think I would have liked to have tried some other things. The fact of it is, I'm better at it now. So yeah, on that day, Pat was stuck in traffic, and so they just said, Nathan, can you go on stage now and open Let's Rock and introduce it with Pat? I'm just much better at improvising now. Back I wasn't so good.
Yeah.
But it's a bit like acting. When Brother Beyond was successful, I nearly got an appearance on Brookside.
Oh, I love Brookie.
They wanted me to play myself and visit someone in the hospital, and she was a fan of Brother Beyond, and since I live in the north of England now,
yes.
and I've done quite a bit of acting training up here, but and I'd love to have done acting, but I should have done it when I was 19. When I was in the.
Well, it's never too late. I mean,
I got to.
Brookie's over, but maybe Corrie.
I've got the school run now. I've got gigs.
Yeah, of course.
There's too much going on now.
Yeah.
Should have done it years ago. I'm happy enough, but yeah, I would like to have done some presenting, and I do the odd bits and bobs and here and there, but what I'm really good at, I think, just getting on the stage and entertaining a room of people. So
yeah, that's a real art to be able to do that. So
unfortunately enough, there was a lot of work out there till this damn virus came along, and now none of us performers can do anything. I mean, it's like a lot of other people.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. Maybe towards the end of the year.
Yeah, I hope to get back to the job. I think I'm good at it. Pretty soon.
Absolutely.
I hope so. We pray.
We do. We've got our fingers crossed here for you. I've got another question from Angie. She says, you were kept off the #1 spot by Phil Collins with Brother Beyond, The Harder I Try. Do you still hold a grudge?
Hate that man. Collins. When I see him.
Have you met him? Yeah.
I've never actually crossed his path, but I will give him hell.
Yeah, too right.
I mean, one of those radio stations, I heard it this morning, Groovy Kind of Love. They play it all the time. It's a good song, but back in that day, I think, well, I knew this, that lots of record companies would go around with a man in a van buying up shops, records from shops to push your chart position up.
Yeah.
Now, because it was part of a film, I think my little theory is they put a lot of money into this because the film company probably paid a big chunk of money, because to you know, a number one and a number two, there's a big difference, really.
Yeah.
There is and there isn't, and I reckon they paid for it too. It only beat us by 200 sales.
No.
Yeah, honestly, and I'd love to ask Phil, what does he know about that? Come on.
Well, I'm sure he's watching, so we'll let you know what he says. Now, Nathan Moore was also in a band called Worlds Apart, which I'm sure you know that. Really good band and really good dance moves, by the way. They had a song called Everlasting Love. I feel like this is one of the best versions I've ever heard of the song. Check this out.
Hearts go astray, leaving hurt when they go. You went away just when I needed you so. Finding your way, you come back, wanting me, yeah. I'm gonna stay, loving you endlessly. car as it passes by. In Silvertown, everything is hazy. You call my home when I'm all alone. I'll wear the scars like a badge for you. I can't live alone. I need you by my side. Can you keep me? Can you keep my secret? I'll give you love, any kind of loving. Can you keep me secret? So give me love, my secret love, my secret love, my secrets, my secret love, my secret love, my secrets. I can't live alone. I need you by my side. Can you keep me? Can you keep a secret? I'll give you love, any kind of loving. Can you keep me secret? So give me love, Can you keep a secret? I'll give you love, any kind of loving. Can you keep me secret? So give me love, Can you keep a secret? I'll give you love, any kind of
We have now got a little 80s quiz for you, Nathan. Good luck. It's kind of like going out, staying in kind of thing, but it's 80s themed. We thought we'd keep ourselves occupied during the lockdown period, so you guys can do it at home as well. So bright neons or denim?
Bright neon or denim?
Tough.
Neon. Go with neon. Leg warmers, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, bring back the leg warmers. Michael Jackson or Prince?
I'm going to go for Michael Jackson. I actually was in France,
Yeah.
and I walked up to the Monte Carlo Music Awards, and I just walked up to this line of policemen, but because of Worlds Apart, they all recognised me, and they were like, "Oh, Nathan, the Worlds Apart," and I was on holiday. I said, "C'est possible pour entrer de la salle," you know, and in my pidgin French. And they went, "Yeah, pas de problème, bienvenue." and they took me backstage. I mean, backstage, and as I walked in, there was Diana Ross, John Bon Jovi.
Wow.
Stood at the side of the stage and watched Michael Jackson do Earth Song.
Oh, that must have been phenomenal.
And I hung out with all these people, and I was really just walking up, you know, walking up the promenade in Monte Carlo, and just happened to, yeah. And the bizarre other thing is, my bandmate from Worlds Apart,
Yeah.
is the co-manager of the Jacksons. So
Oh,
he's
okay.
away with Tito and Marlin and all this, doing gigs with them. You know, so it's Jackson's, Michael above Prince, I'm afraid.
Okay, we'll take that. Wham or Duran Duran?
Ooh, it's gonna be Wham, okay, because George gave us so much, and he was just the master. The voice, amazing.
Yeah.
And I sing the odd, you know, Wham tune here and there.
Oh, cool.
The odd Duran Duran as well, because they had some great tunes.
There we go. Dallas or Dynasty?
Dallas or Dynasty?
That's going back, isn't it?
I used to watch Dallas in my lunchtime when I was. I had a job. I was a foot messenger.
Oh, what? Sorry.
A foot messenger
Oh, okay.
for a film company in Soho when I was 17.
Right.
And we used to watch Dallas at lunchtime. Like, just brings back memories of.
Good old days. Knight Rider or A-Team?
18. Yeah,
Hey.
I would watch the 18. Knight Rider actually wasn't my thing back then. 18. 18.
A-Team all the way. Going live or number 73?
I'm going to say number 73.
Really?
I must have done that show about 10 times. They always had us on, and they had us on. They were really championing us before we had the hit with The Harder I Try. So they had on like our very first single, and we had 4 singles, the 4 singles out before we had the hit with The Harder I Try. So they were always putting us on. It was, you had to go down to this place in I don't know, in the southwest of England, and it wasn't filmed in London.
Ah, that's interesting, isn't it? Because people think you just make it overnight, but actually it does take a long time, doesn't it?
Oh, it took Brother Beyond. We were signed 2 years and released 4 records that people don't know about before we had the hit.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Okay, next question. This is really important. Chipsticks or Frazzles?
I used to eat the Frazzles. Frazzles were the thing.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I'm hungry now. Thundercats or He-Man?
Come again? What was that?
Thundercats or He-Man?
I think I used to watch Thundercats on a Saturday morning.
It's bringing back all the memories now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. And last question, blind date or Noel's house party?
Yeah, Noel's house party.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah, I would glance at Blind Date, but yeah.
That was good old Saturday night TV, wasn't it?
Yeah. And what have we got now? You, Hayley.
My show.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing a Saturday.
Oh, yes. Let us know what you're doing on Saturday night.
People have kept asking me to do a performance,
Right.
a live show or something. So I did one from my kitchen. Well, I got my PA system out and did it. And now they want more. So I'm doing one this Saturday night. And just.
Is that going to be every Saturday night?
I don't know.
We don't know. So we'll check you out on Twitter.
Yeah.
We'll put your link up on the screen now, how we can follow you at Twitter.
I am Nathan Moore. Follow me on Twitter. It's a Facebook live show. Check it out.
Absolutely. Well, Nathan, thank you so much for your time. Like I said, we all love Brother Beyond on this show. So it's a real privilege to chat with you. And thank you for all your info. And we're definitely going to check out your kitchen Saturday nights.
Thanks for having me on. I know you're down south, near Southampton or actually Southampton. So when I do Let's Rock Southampton, you're coming as a guest of mine in the VIP to see my...
I'm holding you to that.
And they're rocking, so come and join us. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nathan Moore.
Pleasure, Hayley. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Had a love so deep, had a faith so strong. Do you have a love that drives you on? Never had a love so deep, never had a faith so strong. Do you have a love? People working in the city, people living off the land. Don't wait for someone else to tell you that it's time to take a stand. We don't live alone. We should always try and understand each other. What it is we want, what it is we need, we hope, we pray will take us higher. Never had a love so deep, never had a faith so strong. Do you have a love that drives you on? Never had a love so deep, never had a faith so strong. Do you have the kind of love that drives on?
Oh, we've now come to the end of the Memory Lane 80s show on Spotlight TV. I'm Hayley Palmer. Thank you so much for tuning in and your continued support. It is so appreciated. And big thank you to my special guest, Nathan Moore. He has been absolutely brilliant and so good to catch up with him. And I'm so glad that I could share that with you. Love playing his songs as well. They're just so good. They don't play songs like that anymore, do they? Really brilliant. So I'm feeling really good now. Thank you so much. I'm Hayley Palmer and I will definitely see you next week.